We're Merchant GMAT. My name is Nish Merchant. I'm the founder of Merchant GMAT. It's my co-founder, Joe Mashik. Primarily, we started about 8 years ago. We started helping our clients with the GMAT and the applications, and really, it's more than that. It's about getting to the next level, what you really want to do. Your career is what matters in your lifestyle that you want to achieve. So the GMAT is the first step. Now, I met a couple people here who didn't know about the GMAT. They're just preparing for their MBA right now. So let me just tell you right now, it's going to be the GMAT or the GRE is your first step. You got to study for this test. But I'm not here to talk to you about the test. I'm just here to tell you that's what you got to do first. All right? Now, Joe's going to say something about what he does.
Yeah, so I handle the application process for people that are interested in going to school, MBAs in Europe, the United States, right? And one thing that we've found, over the past 8 years by working with people is a lot of people think that the process to get to where you want to be, right, to your MBA, it looks something like this. Well, you get a good GMAT score first, and then you get accepted, and then it's done, and you guys made it, right? That's how a lot of people think.
I'm in.
Right? Anish is in. Yeah.
I'm in. I got to my school. I'm happy. I'm going to Europe. Going to the States. But you're not done.
And this is something we've realized by working with all of these students all these years, that that's not the actual path that you need to be thinking about.
No, and we know this because we want to go visit our students. We visit them in Europe and we visit them in the States. We visit them at these top schools, and guess what we found out? That's not the end goal. They got to get a job. They got to get hired. And they got to still figure out what they want to do with their lives. Okay? So what we're talking about is what is the most important skill that you need to learn. You need to learn it now to succeed in business school and beyond, okay? You know what that skill is? It's networking. You've heard it before. I'm going to business school, I'm going to network. That's what I'm going to do. Why not go to business school to start? All right? We're going to show you how networking is going to help you throughout your whole career and to help you get to the path you want to get. And believe me, if you do it right, it can be a lot of fun. So let's start off with the first step. We'll start off with actually why. This is a little great quote here. I love this quote. This quote means a lot to me. Your network is your greatest net worth. It means a lot to me in a lot of terms. Spiritual philosophy, because who do you know, how many people you impact in your life, means a lot. So let's start off with the first step, the GMAT. Well, how's networking going to help me with the GMAT? Well, teaching people for 8 years, we figured out a bunch of stuff. We figured out these are some issues that people have, especially in Argentina, where we found out you can't even tell your employers or your fellow employees that you studied for the GMAT. Okay, there's a stigma against that. You might feel like you're going to lose your job or something like that. Okay, that's not a safe space. So you might feel isolated and you're studying alone. Other issues we saw is fearing failure, lack of knowledge about exam, understanding exam's difficulty. We're going to talk about all that, but we're going to show you how networking can help you solve some of these problems. So let's talk about the first thing, studying alone, feeling isolated. We know the GMAT, it's a daunting task. It sucks sometimes. All right? So what's the solution to all this? Guess what? Networking. Form study groups. How do you do that? Join MBA communities on Facebook. Join them on LinkedIn. Come to events like this. Make friends with everybody around you. Get their business cards. Get their WhatsApp. Here, he studied the GMAT. Have you done that? Let's study together. Okay? Now, another thing you do it, you can join a GMAT prep course, sure, but if you're in that prep course, don't just go to class and go home. It's like CrossFit, y'all. You go to class, make friends with the people around you. Study outside of class with them. They'll keep you accountable. All right? Fearing failure. What does this mean? Now, look, I know a lot of people in here are good at what they do. Have always gotten all A's. Good at their jobs. Okay, the GMAT's a tough test. Get bad scores, it can lead you down a downward spiral. Well, guess what? If you're around other people who are in a similar situation, or people who have taken the GMAT before to overcome that, being around that type of mentality is going to help you succeed and get you to the top. A lot of people don't know about the exam. Just be truthful. They don't know. They think it's a regular type of test. Okay? It's not. It's different. They're going to help you understand being around other people who've done this exam, or just having people around you in general. It's going to help you prepare for the exam the way you should prepare for it. What sections to study, how to do it right, what's the test taking strategy. These are all important skills in order to get the high GMAT score. And of course, understanding the exam's level of difficulty. Look, we're at a disadvantage here in Argentina. You guys aren't used to the type of standardized tests that we have in the States. We grew up with these type of standardized tests. So we're used to how these tests are to be studied for the tests and how to take them. So being around other people who have the knowledge, maybe have the knowledge that you don't have, is only going to help you. So even at the first stage, what we can find out is that networking is a good thing, because you're also starting your first network, your smallest network right here in the GMAT stage of the study. And Joe here is going to tell you about the next one. So go ahead.
We saw here Anish talking about how we can study for the GMAT and build a network at the same time, right? And that's the next step is going to be getting accepted to business, right? And we can see here as well how there are many problems that come up and how networking can really help alleviate these problems, solve them in a lot of ways. The first one is I don't know what I want to do after my MBA. Okay? Now you guys right now are going over to that other side of the room, right? Going into those interviews and talking with these different admissions consultants, right? When you do that, this is some advice, it's a good idea to not say, I got no idea what I want to do. Right? That's not ideal, okay? To come in with an idea on, hey, you know, I've been thinking about my background, I work in consulting, or I've been working in, let's say, pharmaceuticals and I want to switch to consulting, right? Having a path is really important. And it's important to have that be clear. And a big way you can figure that out is by networking, right? By talking with, for example, MBA alumni that you speak with, right? Talking with people that are currently studying at their MBAs. Utilizing the contacts that you made while studying with your GMAT network, right? Now, this is a big thing that we push with Merchant GMAT. We want our students coming in to know our previous alumni. Not only because they're awesome, right? And they ultimately become really good friends of ours, but because they can help them and give them advice through this really challenging process, right? It's hard to know exactly what you want to do. And you don't think for a second that you have to know every single thing about how your career path is going to go. The people over there in that room, they're not expecting that either, okay? But it's good to have a plan. And speaking with these different types of people that you'll meet, right? Speaking with people that have their current MBAs, right? That can make a really big difference on understanding how you should position yourself to be accepted to business school. One thing that a lot of people say is, oh man, I get nervous, like I don't want to just send an email or send a LinkedIn message to these contacts because like I'm bothering them, you know, I don't want to, what are they going to do? Read my message and respond? Yeah, they usually do. They usually do.
They're going to respond.
Right? There's this psychological effect that where people who have the chance to do a favor for someone else, right? That usually makes them feel good. Okay? And is an alumni going to respond to you every single time you send them a message? No. But keep in mind as well that that alumni wants to find the best talent possible to bring to their school. So if you're taking the initiative to reach out automatically, well, that can make a big difference, right? That's huge. So that's just some things to think about when you're trying to figure out what you want to do after your MBA. Now, the other thing is understanding how all these different MBAs are different, right? And you guys are taking a great step right now by being here at this event. Because over there, on the other side of the room, you can speak with these admissions consultants. You can learn about what makes these schools unique, right? Another really good way of doing this is speaking with the actual students, right? In a lot of ways, they might even be a better source of information, right? Because they're going to tell you how it is, you know? They're going to tell you what it's like being from Argentina and going to school at Duke, being from Argentina, going to school in Europe, right? And that's really, really valuable. So you can see how we can really utilize this type of network and grow this network to figure out what we want to do for business school, as well as where we should go, okay? And what's cool here is this GMAT study network is still giving us value. And we're going to see how this becomes a snowball effect, okay?
Solutions, y'all. Solutions. It's all about it.
So this is our network from getting ready, going through the application process, right? Well, like we said before, a lot of people think, I'm done, right? I got into business school, that's it. But we see here that there's another really big thing that a lot of people don't expect, okay? And that's that when you get to business school, those first weeks are crucial, okay? Really take this advice, okay? Because a lot of people think, oh, I got into business school, I'm going to London Business School, I'm going to Duke, I'm going to Booth, great. It's a party now, and it will be a party, right? It's going to be great. But first, recruitment starts, and you guys need to be ready for that, okay? The first couple weeks are crucial for how you guys will ultimately get a job after business school. So what does this mean? Well, they underestimate how prepared you need to be for the recruitment process. You underestimate how busy you're going to be, right? Because when you get to business school, you're gonna have classes, you're going to be meeting a bunch of people you've never met before, and you're going to be taking part in different clubs, activities, right? All these extracurricular things, right? And as you go through this process, everyone says, yeah, I started with a bunch of stuff, and then I figured out later on what I really want, which clubs I really wanted to focus on, right? And that's good. You try out everything to see what you like, to meet the people that you most vibe with, right? What you guys want to do when you get to business school is to have a plan for internship and to have the right contacts for joining clubs, right? Knowing what you want to do right when you get there, right? Understanding, hey, yeah, I want to get into consulting, I'm going to be part of a consulting club. All of you guys automatically should be in Latam Club, right? Whatever business school you go to, Latam Club is always present, and honestly a really great way to not only meet a lot of people you want to know, but also get a job, right? We've had multiple students that it wasn't career services that got them the job. It was being the head of the club soccer team at Booth, right? Or it was, for example, one of our previous students who was interested in working in VC and got a job through Anish's uncle.
Yeah.
You know? Or cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
So notice here, ultimately, the solutions for when you get to this stage, investing time with your classmates, right? Understanding that that's almost more important, and in a lot of ways is more important to do that than to worry about getting the top grade that you can, right? You want to meet these people that you're going to be around, because this is your network. And you can still use these two networks that you have, just like our friend Matthias, who wanted to go to work in VC did. He reached out to Anish, and Anish was able to help him get a job in VC, right? The biggest thing is you guys are one introduction away, like just one, from landing that internship, getting a job after being hired, okay? And now Anish is gonna keep on talking about what happens with all of this.
I got a job.
Great. Awesome. Is that what I'm looking for? Maybe. Maybe I got the career path I wanted. I pivoted to the career I wanted. Okay? Now I got hired. Awesome. But that's not the end goal, guys. Shouldn't be the end goal. The end goal is to be happy. What that means for us, we kind of define it as being successful at what you do and having the lifestyle you want. So here's where you can take your network now. Now I'm past the MBA, got a good job. Where am I going to take it? Well, because you've spent the time building up that network, it's multiplying exponentially. Guess what? It's going to take you global. It's going to take you around the world. No longer just in Buenos Aires, are you? As you can see, that's you right there in Buenos Aires. Okay? And here's where you're connected to. Okay? Around the world. Means you always have a job. You always have a friend's place that you can stay with. That's cool by itself, right? And here's what you can do as a network. Industrial knowledge. Guess what? At the highest levels, you're not going to find the information you need at your job to be successful on the internet. Ain't going to happen. But your connections will. I'll give you an example. One of our old students said, working consulting, graduate from Columbia, he had a job in Turkey. He basically had to work on coffee or some industry in coffee industry. He didn't know shit about coffee. Okay? But one of our buddies within our alumni network knew about coffee. He called him up directly. He killed that deal. He was amazing on that project. Okay? That's what it takes. Industrial knowledge. That's amazing, guys. That's the real secret there. What else are you going to get? Lifelong friendships. All right, that's amazing. I'm going to go visit my buddy in Hong Kong. Okay, and guess what? We're going to talk business. He's going to give me an idea. That idea can spark this. That idea can spark that. Maybe I'll get my other buddies together to work on the idea together. Okay? And that's how you build stuff. Okay? At the highest levels, you want to work with people, you want to be around people who are going to make you better. So when that phrase says that your network is really your net worth, think about that. All right? Now, this is what I want you guys to do. Just remember this one thing. Not about GMAT, not about getting to school, not about your MBA. Work on your network now. We've been doing this for a long time, and this is what our results have shown us. That's all you got to do, and it's fun. All right? So, what's the most important thing you need to learn? You need to learn how to do to succeed in business school and beyond, guys. It's networking, and I know it's hard to get the ball rolling. I know it is. So, we decided we're going to help you guys. We started an MBA community down here called Merchant Community, and our job here is to have you guys interact with other people who are like-minded in the same position you are, and also who've already done it. Talk to them. Don't talk to us, talk to them. I don't care if you guys use merchant services or whatever. Come out there, get a free drink, come talk to us. We'll introduce you guys to something else. All right, it's going to be this Thursday at Million. It's a pretty nice place. I enjoy Million. All right. Listen, guys, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to talk to listen to all of us, me and Joe. And pleasure. If you have any questions, we'll be outside. More than happy you guys talking about anything, GMAT, missions, life, how to get the job you want, whatever it is. Okay? And I'm also very proud of you guys to take the first step of coming here. That's awesome. All right? So I'm going to help you guys. Thank you.